Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Beyond Relatable. I am your co-host, Bree.
And I'm your co-host, Mel. And let's roll that intro.
Beyond Relatable. Beyond Relatable.
All right, guys, so I know this is a little bit of a surprise, but we had so much fun recording and we love it. So instead of doing every 2 weeks, we quickly changed our mind to once a week, as long as we can keep this whole thing up because this is too fun for us. So
Yep, exactly. Just the amount of support and feedback. I just was not expecting so many people to reach out to us.
Yeah,
and be like, this is so cool. Because, literally, Brie and I started this just for fun. We literally thought maybe, 2 people would listen. And I think I last checked, there was a total of, 154 listens.
It was 54. I think the last time I checked, it was 150.
Yeah.
That is so insane. Oh, my God.
know.
Thank you so much. You guys, that is so crazy.
Yeah, it just makes me feel really good because, I'm normally, I guess, a private-ish person.
Yeah.
So, posting that for our first episode made me a little nervous. But I think the response was really nice. So.
Yeah, I thought it was too. I did not expect, if you saw my obnoxious Instagram stories or Snapchat, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, we didn't want to bombard you guys, but
we were just so excited.
Yeah.
It was
it was unexpected.
Yeah, it was very unexpected. I think I had posted on one of them talking about how I was only expecting 5, maybe 10, and I was talking about but now there's 50 listeners.
I know.
And we went way past it.
Yeah, it was just insane. So what we're saying is
y'all.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you so much.
You.
We love you guys. We hope to keep you guys listening and that we, we're still interesting enough to.
We're still interesting.
I know. I feel like we kind of set a bar unexpectedly and people are like, we can't wait for the next episode. And now we're like, oh shit.
So for those of you out there that think this is just going to be us, I don't know, talking about boys, I'm so sorry. That's probably not going to be the whole thing at all, but it's still going to be really fun. And if you want to keep listening, we really appreciate it.
Yeah, at the end of the day,
we
we just want to talk about something that's relatable to you guys, that's going on in our lives that maybe might be going on in your lives, which is why also we ask you guys what you want to hear, because maybe you have something going on and you want us to talk about it or something to our perspective in a way too.
Yeah.
So literally anything. It could be. A lot of people talk about dogs. We're going to be talking about dogs.
Yeah, we keep getting that one. You guys, we really, we love dogs. We love puppies. We are all about it. We will talk about it, but that's kind of hard in a way because
no one wants to listen to 30 minutes of us talking about dogs.
Yeah, I mean, if you do, we love you and you're our kind of people. Reach out to us, but whatever. We did realize, though, we didn't introduce ourselves too much in the first one.
No.
If you knew us, then it was oh, that's Bree, that's Mel.
Right.
We know them. We know they're best friends. But if you don't really
you
know
have
us,
no
you don't
idea
know
who we are.
Yeah.
You guys are probably just who are these girls?
Yeah, so we decided maybe this one will be a little bit of an intro to who we are before we get really heavy into topics and everything.
Yeah, because we do have an episode for next week since this was an unexpected one, so the next week one might be more interesting, intriguing, but we just wanted a backstory, so I guess I can introduce myself.
Yeah,
first.
Mel, you go ahead. Tell them who
and
you
if
are.
I forget anything about myself, Brie, just tell me because it's hard to explain.
I'm gonna jump in.
You're you know how it's hard to explain yourself to someone or to people. You're just I'm boring, but really you could be more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel that.
Okay. Well, anyway, so guys, if you have no idea who I am, my name is Melissa Petito. I am.
Ooh, you gave him the last name.
I did. I mean, if someone really wanted to find us, they could find us.
Yeah, I mean, you found us from our social media.
True.
Sorry, keep going. I didn't mean to interrupt.
So I'm 26 years old. I am a NICU nurse. For those of you who don't know what NICU stands for, it's the Neonatal Intensive Care Unit. So I work with premature and sick babies, and I do work night shift. So I work from 7 p.m. to 7 a. But I only have to work 3 days a week. So sometimes I get a week off, and it's so nice. I could not work a 9 to 5.
How is that? Friday. Do you feel like your job is more I don't know, what's that word? More meaningful for what you do? Do you feel like it's more of a payoff because of the career that you went in?
I mean, definitely, because though I work with babies and they can't talk to me, I work with I work with the families, and so sometimes when you get those like sad cases where like a family like it's their first baby and like their delivery just went completely not how they expected, like you're kind of there helping them, making them understand like it's okay, like we're gonna work with you and your baby, like we're, you know, it's just like, I don't know, like I just get to experience things where families, when they're going through something that they completely did not expect. And unfortunately, I have to be on the other end of that. Like, because like in the NICU, like no one wants their baby in the NICU. You know what I mean? So it's like I kind of have to take that role.
Sorry if you guys were watching. I had to move away from the mic because I was.
Oh my God, did you burp?
No, I'm so
this
sorry.
This is going to be her thing. Every single episode, she's going to burp. That's going to be her thing.
I'm so sorry, guys. Mel, I'm sorry. I wasn't cutting you off, though. You know I love asking you. Literally every time I see Mel, after like a long week, I ask her about her work week because it is very interesting.
Well, some of the stories I tell you, too, you're just like, what?
Yeah, I'm like blown. I'm like, oh, my God.
Yeah.
Like, it takes a strong person to do what you do, though. Like, that has to be hard.
I love my job, though. Like,
you're good at it, though. We need people like that. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. No.
Okay, other than work, Mel, what is there to know about you?
I'm kind of creative, I guess, in a sense. Like, I've always loved painting and making things. Bree has even helped me make my coffee table and my TV stand.
Insert picture of coffee table here somehow.
If I figure out how to do that. But, no, like, you know, we two girls, we can use tools, you know? We know how to use a miter saw. We know how to, like, use a nail and hammer. Like, we some bad bitches.
It took us a full 8-hour workday to figure out how to build one table. But we honestly, did it. That was including the paint.
Right.
Okay?
The staining,
The staining and everything.
But, yeah, I love that shit. So anything house decor, like, designing.
Oh, you know what? That is so true. I actually have a piece of art that Mel made. It was hanging up in my living room.
I could make you a better one. That one's not the best.
I like it though because we did it together and it was like, it was when me and Mel first started hanging out a whole ton too. So I was just like, oh my God, I have a talented friend. What?
Thanks, Bree.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I do creative stuff like that. I have 2 dogs now.
She has a new puppy.
I do. So my first dog, she's an Australian Shepherd Blue Heeler mix. Her name is Letty. So for those of you who maybe have no idea, I named her off of Letty from Fast and Furious.
I love this. I absolutely love this.
And so since I just got my new puppy, so she's a mini Australian Shepherd, I decided to keep with the theme of naming from a movie. So she has bright blue eyes, and so I decided to name her Kida from the Disney movie Atlantis. If you have never seen that movie, you need to go watch it. I love that movie. Underrated Disney movie.
2 for flinching. I love that movie.
I feel like people don't remember that it's like a good movie though. I feel like
I loved it. But yeah, it wasn't one of those like big
Disney movies.
Yeah, it's not about a princess, you know. Yeah. Whatever.
But anyway, so now I have 2 puppers.
She a dog mom. She a full on
dog mom.
She's creating her own pack.
Yep, my wolf pack. I don't have any actual kids.
So puppies, dogs, whatever. They're puppies until the day they are gone. I don't care what anybody says. I'm gonna call a dog that has been in my life for 13 years a puppy.
100%.
Yeah. Well, dogs live forever if you didn't know. In my book, that's how I have to see it.
All dogs go to heaven.
Ooh, another good movie.
I know. I see. You caught what I was saying.
I love that. Oh my God, that movie makes me cry.
Oh, any movie with animals, I'm
emotional.
Oh yeah, I'm crying.
Have you? Crying. Did I tell you to watch the movie? It's on, I think, Amazon Prime, maybe. It's called Red Dog, and it's a true story based off of this dog in Australia, and it's super emotional.
I don't know.
Yeah. Ever since I watched that movie, I'm no longer allowed to watch dog movies. If you guys know me, I'm so emotional and I cry a lot. Oh my God.
It's okay though.
Should I tell them what happened today when I called you like after?
Oh, yeah, you might as well. We're on the subject of puppies.
Okay, so I went into PetSmart. Shout out, guys. Thank you to buy my dog some new toys. I walk in, this girl hands me a pamphlet, says we are from a nonprofit in Fredericksburg. I'm just gonna plug them here. They're called the Squishy Face Crew. I think that's what they're called. If it's not it, I'm sorry.
Yeah, if it's not right, we'll make sure to look it up.
Yeah,
down below.
We'll
and
drop
put it
their.
in.
I'm gonna drop their link. I don't know. They don't know me at all. I literally just walked in. This girl hands me a pamphlet. She says, "Hey, we're from here. We're a nonprofit. Blah blah blah. We're from Fredericksburg, and these are some things that we need for our dogs. We don't have a home base, so all the dogs are in foster care. So." All of these amazing people foster these dogs. There's no home base, so there's no like, oh, the dog stays here for a while and maybe it'll go to foster, like straight to a home to be fostered. And so, anyways, we pick up some puppy pee pads, I think is what it was, for me to give it to them, and I go and drop it off in their little bin after I purchase it, and they have one dog left. The dog's name is Bowser.
Aww.
The cutest dog I've ever seen, and I think there was a couple women working, and I think they just did not know, like, is she a weirdo or like what? Because they looked at me like I was crazy, and they had every right to. He walks up to me, and I go to pet him, and I get down slowly as you're supposed to do, and I put up my hand like this, and I was just like, can I pet you? And she's like, oh, just go on and pet him. Like, he's so nice. He just like nuzzled me.
Aww.
And I started crying in the middle of PetSmart.
Well, you know what? I've actually done that before.
Wait, when? What?
Oh, okay. So, do you remember that one guy I was dating over the summer?
Yeah.
So
okay.
we went and got his mom a cat. So we went to Pets. I don't know if it was PetSmart or Petco. I don't know. It was
one of the pet places.
Yeah. So we went in there and we were looking at all the cats and stuff. And they had kittens there, but we knew we didn't want a kitten.
Needed to rescue an old soul.
Well, there was a cat that didn't have any name tag on the window, so we were asking her, like, hey, like, is this cat take? She was beautiful. She was like a gray tabby, super cute. And the lady was like, no, like, we just got her. Like, she actually had been adopted out before, but the family just brought her back because of allergies. Literally. So her story was when she was a kitten, she was found with a soup can on her head. Oh my God. So they had called her like Campbell or something. Literally, when the lady told me, and we were like, hey, can we pet her? So we took her, literally the sweetest cat ever. No sign of aggression, didn't hiss. I started crying. I was like, who would return this cat? So we ended up getting her for his mom.
I'm so sorry, guys.
I was so upset.
I told you I was emotional when it comes to animals. I'm actually tearing up. This is
I was
sad.
so upset but pissed off. I was like, who would do this to this animal? Like, when you would adopt an animal or you buy an animal.
You know if you have cat allergies.
Guys, the second that you decide to buy an animal, that is a lifetime decision.
Oh
I don't care.
I'm getting so emotional.
I don't care where you go. I don't know, like, that's like returning a kid. Like, you can't do that. Like, your animal is a part of your family the second you decide to get that pet. So it just breaks my heart when people, like, return animals or, like, have to get rid of animals.
I'm so glad that you helped someone. Like, I know you guys ain't together no more, but I'm really glad that you, like, got to help someone. Like,
I know.
Experience that, though, and, like, help out. Like, I remember the backstory now as to why you got the cat, but I'm so glad that you got to be like a part of that too, because for me I feel like that'd be so hard to see, like knowing the backstory of the cat. Like I would just, God, I would be like a freaking wreck. I'd be like, okay, so I'm gonna take this cat for my own, and also we're gonna get another cat. I want more dogs,
right?
But
yeah. I know. I feel like we kind of got off topic a bit.
Oh yeah, hey guys, my name is Bree.
but before she goes on, just know both of us are animal lovers. If you did not catch that, so
you're gonna hear more about it in just a second.
Okay, Bree, introduce yourself. Bitch.
Okay, my name is Bree. Why did I take so long to take a deep breath? My name's Bree Garcia. I am a Capricorn.
Bitch, okay, first of all, why the fuck you saying your Capricorn sign, astrology, when I talk about it, you're like, astrology is stupid.
That was the whole joke.
Oh,
Jill.
Okay, well, I'm a Scorpio.
Mel's really passionate about this. She is Scorpio.
No, we were okay. Jeff, who was upstairs earlier, who was talking.
Oh, yeah. Why do I keep saying that? Sorry.
I don't know. Somehow they were talking about astrology, and I have a whole textbook. I was like, yo, read this shit. He was reading it. He was like, yo, this shit's blowing my mind. He was taking pictures. He was like, this makes sense.
I'm educated.
It's not bullshit. It's not all. I mean, it's not all true. I'm not saying it's for a fact, but I'm saying there's no way that someone researched all this and it doesn't make sense. You know what I mean?
I'm saying, true. I don't think it's all bullshit.
Yeah.
I think that if you are someone who bases every single one of your life decisions and the friends that you make and the people you surround yourself with by their astrology sign, excessive. You are excessive. You're wild. I guarantee you if I read Mel's like description of whatever today's post is. I think
we're actually like friends.
Oh my God. Yeah. I like it a little bit more now. But anyways, I'm trying to call it out here. If I read that description of Mel's, I'd be able to somehow put it into my life. I'd be able to make it make sense for me.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying I'm die hard. Like, I read the
I do think like there is a thing to the sun and the moon being able to affect you, of course, as a person.
It's very
100%.
interesting to read, for sure.
Do I think
do I take it with a grain of salt? Yes. It's not like put right in stone.
Right,
but
of course.
It's interesting.
Okay,
sorry. Go ahead.
So I'm a Capricorn, everybody. And I'm a dental assistant. She's
in people mouths all day.
Yeah, nasty.
I mean that's
y'all
I
nasty. Brush your teeth, brush your tongue. Don't forget to floss. We know when you don't floss. Just because you show up to the dentist and they say, "Oh, when was the last time you flossed?" and you say, "Oh, I floss every day," and you're lying. We know you're lying. We just cannot be disrespectful. We might have to cut that part out.
No, we real, girl.
Ooh, brush your teeth.
Educate people.
Get nasty. Anyways, so that's what I do for a living. I have a fiance, my little Bubba. His name is Chris. I love him very much. Oh my God, he's so fucking cute. He's napping on the couch, so that's why I'm looking over at the camera. Guys, if you're watching this on our YouTube channel.
He's napping next to my new puppy.
Yeah, he's napping next to the new puppy, and I'm about to cry. It's so cute.
Plug, Bree wants a puppy.
Yeah. Chris, give me a puppy. Okay, so I have a little pupperoon of my own. If you guys follow me on social media, you've seen me overpower everything with Cooper, my my stories and stuff, and I think like every other post is probably my dog.
He's cute though.
My little Coopy, my little pooper scooper, my little coop. He has a million names, and yes, he does respond to every single one. I don't confuse my dog with his million names. Don't come at me. I love him so much though, like down to my deepest core. Like, I will cry because I have to leave him for work. Like, not all the time, guys. I understand my dog likes to sleep all day, so I think he really appreciates the obsessive time that I give him sometimes. But, dude, it's emotional. He's my baby. Yeah. I don't have children, okay? I have a dog. But Mel just got her puppy.
Yes, I
did. And Chris and I have been talking a lot about how, yes, I don't want to have to share my attention with another dog for Cooper's sake. I don't want him to ever feel like I don't love him because he's my number one.
Right.
However, I really do believe he needs another dog. He needs a baby. He needs his own little brother.
Yeah.
And so Mel getting a puppy has kind of helped push. So I'm speaking this into existence.
Right.
We are moving this summer, and we have discussed us getting a dog before we move into the new place. And I'm just putting it out there.
Put it out into the universe.
I'm just putting it out there that I might get a new dog.
You should, because if you think about it, dogs, like, they're essentially like wolves.
They're pack dogs.
Yes, it's a pack.
They need their pack.
Yes.
Mel's dogs all have a full-on pack to, there's a lot of them.
We got 4 dogs in this house.
Yeah.
2 of them are mine. But I got another puppy, though, for when I do move out. Like, Letty's
so your
not
dog
by
wouldn't
herself.
be alone.
Yes.
Cooper is kind of a little bit of a lone wolf. He is very, in a weird way, he's like kind of antisocial, but overly social at the same time. He's super lovey. He's a mutt. He was a rescue. Rescue your dogs. If you don't, I still love you because all those other dogs need love too. But if you are able to rescue a dog, if you are in the position to get a dog, you should really consider adopting.
I mean, like,
I'm very passionate about this.
Right, and I would have rescued, but
you already had Letty, though, and like, getting her a breed so similar to hers
exactly.
is so helpful.
Because when I got Letty, I got her when I was out in Colorado. So, like, knowing that she's a high-energy dog, I wanted to make sure that I had another high-energy dog.
Yeah, but Letty's also still, like, a mixed breed dog.
She's a purposely mixed breed,
though. She's purposely mixed breed, but, I mean, both. Like, we actually paid the same. So, like, I paid the same amount Mel had to pay for her dog, which I'm okay with. I'm fine. You cannot put a price on a live animal at this point. No way.
No.
If I had to pay $1,000 to $2,000, whatever I had to pay, if I had to give up my life for Cooper
for a lifetime with your animal,
exactly. Like, I'm gonna get emotional talking about it, guys. Anyways, I have a dog. He is my whole world. His name is Cooper. Other things about me,
You're like
I'm really
cool
into
music, like records and stuff, right?
I am.
Yeah.
I don't do too many records anymore. That used to be a really big thing about me. I still have them.
Oh, okay.
I'm into a lot of like older music, which I don't listen to too often anymore. Chris isn't. Sometimes he's into it.
Yeah.
But I'm very into music. I'm very into going to concerts and shows. Like I grew up going to like punk shows and stuff like that. Different genres. If you know me, don't call me out. I know that some of them are called post pop, punk, whatever. I grew up going to concerts. That was like my thing. That was like my getaway. I absolutely love it. I'm still all about that music too, but I now dabble in a little bit of rap, a little bit of country, a little bit of folk. I love everything.
So we're kind of different in that regard because I listen to like what's on like the new, like the normal hits. Like I'll listen to whatever's out there.
Me too.
But I specifically, which I just realized, you know how Spotify does like your top genres or whatever. So I really listened to that chill hits playlist, which kind of turned. I've realized they all kind of sound the same is because I like the tropical house music. So it's like Calvin Harris, Marshmello, like the big names like that.
True.
Like EDM music. And then I freaking love, obsessed. I have a burning desire of love. Latin, trap, and reggaeton music. I don't know what it is. It just like makes me feel so happy listening to it. And I know a lot of them are very dirty lyrics, but I don't care. It sounds good. I recently went to a Bad Bunny concert. Bitch, best time of my life. Puerto Ricans, girl, they know how to have a good time.
I remember, what was it you were I cannot remember for the life of me. Somebody was doing something on a chair near you. What?
Oh, yeah, like these girls, like, because it's in like a normal stadium, like where you would go for like a hockey game or something. And you know how those chairs are. The girl was like up there. She was like shaking her ass. I was like, yes, honey. I was like, yes. Oh my God. It was so fun. The people next to me, like they spoke English, but they're like, yo, everyone's Puerto Rican here tonight. I was like, yes, I don't know a single word, but it was so
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Yes. Which, speaking of the whole like J-Lo, Shakira, I don't know why people are having issues with that at the Super Bowl.
People were having issues with it?
Yes. People are saying, oh, this is not appropriate for children to be watching, blah, blah. I was like...
Oh, okay. I did see that. You know what's weird, though? I saw a lot of people commenting on... saying how do I word this? I saw a lot of posts of people posting like a picture or whatever video saying all of you guys are saying that this is inappropriate, but I never saw an actual post of people saying it was inappropriate. But I did see it in the comments.
Yeah.
So I would see it in the comments of someone backfiring saying like, no, you're wrong. This is inappropriate for my 12-year-old, whatever. But like, I never actually saw the initial post. Like the only post I saw was people defending them, which 100% they should. Y'all a bunch of freaking hypocrites because think about football. Think about like Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. Exactly. Those girls, they're all hot. They're all
it's just
attractive.
Like, I feel like they're just not very cultured with like the music and like that's their culture, you know, like and even general people that aren't of Latin descent dress that way in normal music videos and stuff. So it's like, why does it matter? Anyway, getting off topic. So we have
what just popped in my head?
What?
You might not know the song. I don't know who sings it, but if anybody knows that honky tonk, but donky donk.
Why do I feel like that's a
going on at the honk? I'm so sorry for my singing, guys, but that song
is that
popped
a
in my
Luke Bryan
head.
Song? I feel like that would be.
I know that Luke Bryan is a country singer. However, I don't know if that is his song. I couldn't name one of his songs, but it just reminded me of like how like people get so controversial on the back end of like, oh, this type of music is more appropriate. This type of music is more appropriate. It's like all around the spectrum, we all talk about the same inappropriate stuff. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that make honky tonk songs, so I have no idea.
It's like we all talk about.
Is it honky tonk badonk?
Yeah,
that's Trace Adkins.
Trace Adkins. Yeah. That's 100%. It is such okay. You got to listen to this song. It's so good.
Okay, I'll listen to it afterwards.
Yeah. It is. I really do enjoy it. I'm not a big country fan, but country music that I grew up listening to when I was like in middle school and younger. is like stuck in my head. I don't know if that one was like in middle school. Maybe it was shortly after. But basically those songs I grew up hearing. I love them.
I mean, I do like country, just like certain songs. Like I'm not hardcore.
Oh, absolutely
country.
not. Sorry if you're a country music fan.
No. I mean, I like Kane Brown.
We appreciate you. Ooh, he's cute.
I know.
I don't really care for his music, but
he just had a little baby girl. Did you see that?
No, I did not.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that you know a little bit about us, how much time we got left? A little bit of time. Can we dive in some more?
We got like 9 more minutes if you want. We can make this a little bit longer since technically we restarted because our camera almost died.
Oh, true. We're gonna make it a little bit longer, guys.
Yeah.
So we actually kind of wanted to touch up a little bit on some of you guys gave us some like really good suggestions, and some of them they just weren't long enough where we felt like we could make a whole podcast about it. So every once in a while, if you listen, you'll hear us like insert your topics because they are just kind of short, kind of hard for us. Sorry, we love you, we do like them. I don't think anybody gave us a bad topic.
No.
Some of them were just like maybe we couldn't relate to it enough to create a 45-minute episode. But one of them is vacationing, and which is weird because we have a really funny vacation story about Mel because currently she should not be here. She should be on a beach in Florida. Mel, dive in.
Okay, so I requested off a week of work because it was my sister's spring break. So first off, I thought we would do something. Then my sister was like, no, I'm going to work. So I was like, fine, bitch, I'm going to go do something. So I have a friend that lives in Florida, so I was going to visit her for like a long weekend. And then everyone knows this whole coronavirus nonsense that's going around. Didn't really faze me because I was like, I'm just going to Florida. My dad.
My God.
No one really knows my dad. But if you know my dad, then
I
you
love
know
your dad,
my dad. So shout out to my dad. If you guys didn't know, he's also the voice that says Beyond Relatable in our intro song.
Beyond Relatable. He's also the one who kind of sponsors us.
Yeah.
We love you.
Yeah, thanks, Dad.
Thank you very much.
But anyway, so a couple days before I was supposed to leave, he's like talking to me about all the coronavirus nonsense. He's like, they're going to shut down the airports, yada, yada, yada. I was like, okay, what does this have to do with me? And he's like, listen to your father, Melissa. He's like, I have never steered you wrong. He's like, don't go to Florida. Do not fly. He's like, don't risk it.
Yeah, but also he kind of threw in there the whole, I've never told you what to do before ever in your life. So he was really worried.
No, yeah, he was. Like he was just saying, since this isn't something that like is a big, like, I'm just visiting my friend, like, which not saying, sorry, Sarah, I'm not saying not visiting you is a big deal. Like, I could literally see her whenever.
Right. Well, you do get the opportunity to have those long weekends or whatever where you can go and visit her. So it's very easy to reschedule this.
Yeah. So because of that, and also because, also I don't know, being on an airplane with recycled air, because I work in a hospital with babies, and also supposedly like the incubation period is like 14 days. Like you don't know you have it right away, I guess. I don't know.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
I think so. I'm not sure. I could be wrong, but
we are not here to give you facts about the coronavirus. We are all up to date. Right. I'm sure you guys are reading on it. Go educate yourself. Go get your facts. Go get your facts straight from the CDC. Don't listen to people like us on a podcast where they're just giving you straight facts. Yeah. I know some of them are out there. I won't name the podcast people because I do appreciate some of them, but I have heard some where they are talking about it and they're giving not, I don't know, maybe facts, but like advice. And like we're not here to give you advice on any of that shit.
We're just talking about like our stories.
What we are viewing, what's happening to us. So
essentially I did not go because my dad, at the end of the day, he just cares about like me. So I figured, you know what, I can, because it's also with Southwest. I did not know this. If you cancel a flight with Southwest, like they'll hold your travel funds.
Yeah, but you have a membership though thing with them, don't you?
I just got the rewards, like the rewards thing.
Yeah, so like I have the rewards too. I fly back and forth to California all the goddamn time. But we've had to change our flights. Last time I went to
you went to the wrong airport.
Okay, it wasn't the last time I went to California. It was the time 2 months before then.
Okay, who goes to the wrong airport, Brie?
Okay, if you knew how many flights I had to take, I was traveling so much.
All right, I won't give you a shit.
Last year, right, like starting September, I was taking like 3 or 4 different flights, and I was flying out of Baltimore for every single one.
So you just assumed that it was...
And I was returning to Baltimore for every single one. except for this one flight.
Oh, no.
And that was coincidentally, I didn't understand why Chris is so stressed. I didn't understand any of this. I'm like, hey, accidents happen. We're going to be able to get on another flight. They're not charging us anything extra.
Yeah.
It was annoying that we had to ask people for favors, like people that we knew in the area, like, hey, their car service is backed up.
Right.
Do you think that maybe we can come chill here until we could get a ride to go back or an Uber or whatever?
Right. But it's because you had Southwest, so you were able to.
So they rescheduled our flight for us. But that was the trip that Chris proposed to me and we got engaged.
Right.
So he had a burning hole in his pocket.
Oh, I see. So he was stressed.
He was like, exactly. And like, oh God, it was just so stressful. Anyway,
funny,
so
though.
Mel, she also got to appreciate the whole Southwest.
Yeah.
We love you.
Yeah, I didn't realize that they did the whole travel funds. Like, I paid for the early bird, so I lost my money on that, which makes sense. Like, I paid extra for that. But, like, my actual flight fare, I have funds to put towards a future purchase.
Yeah, I love that they do that.
I didn't know that.
Well, that same trip, awkwardly enough, so we miss our flight. We go, whatever, my brother gets married, and that's what we went out to California for originally. My brother was getting married. My little sister's flight to leave, she got so sick. Like, she could not board. She couldn't even go through TSA.
Oh.
Yeah, she couldn't even go through TSA. They had to reschedule her flight. I think it was 2 different times because they tried to go again for later on that day. And then she was like, yeah, I think I got it. They ended up having to take her to the crazy stuff.
Aww.
Anyways, but they were so understanding and they were like, don't worry about it. We can't refund you the money,
right?
But we will put this towards another airfare for you.
Yo.
We're sorry for the inconvenience for you guys. Dude, I've never had a bad experience with them.
I wish they flew everywhere.
I know, me too. I've never had a bad experience with them.
Honestly, because when I went to Hawaii, I flew United, and it was horrible.
Yeah, so basically Mel could not travel because this coronavirus scare has gone crazy. We actually, I love you, Chris. My little hubby over there, he got a little bit of the scare, but he has every right to be. Honestly, better be prepared than not prepared.
Right.
If something does happen, like we have the masks, we have our canned food, we have our whatever. Like even if they say like, hey, like y'all ain't under quarantine, but maybe you should probably limit your interaction with people outside. We do have that option. Right. So,
and like my dad, if I'm able to somehow put the clip in of, I mean, I don't know, but like my dad, he ODs on everything. I love him to death. He went and bought packs of bottles of water and canned food. So like if anything happens, I mean, we're Gucci. Like we're good.
Yeah. No one lewd Mel's house if some shit goes down. Cut that part out. They're gonna come. Yeah, anyways, so that's like our like little story.
Yeah.
You know what's weird though? Okay, so I know you're going to Florida, you're gonna reschedule or whatever, but I want to make a vacation. We haven't gone on a vacation in like a whole year together.
Since we went to Disney.
Yeah, we went to Disney together.
I would go back to Disney.
I want to go back to Disney. I know that you don't love Star Wars as much as I do.
I mean,
but the stuff is interesting.
Watch it. I do want to watch Star Wars because I have Disney Plus, so I could watch all of them.
I've already rewatched. I'm obsessed with it.
I just get stressed out because I do not know what order to watch them in.
Oh, girl, I got you.
Okay, well, you can tell me because I know there's like different ways you can watch it.
There's different ways you could watch it. You could watch it 1, 2, 3, or 4, 5, 6. You know, whatever. You're not gonna understand all of that. Anyways, you could watch it in different orders, but I could let you watch it in the order that I watched it in. I liked it a lot like that.
Okay.
And
well, anyway, yeah. So we need to definitely.
But we need to plan another trip. Maybe not back to Disney because we just did that one. Yeah. Ooh. We should plan a cute little weekend trip going like down south somewhere. Like maybe going down to like South Carolina. Ooh, I've never been to Savannah, Georgia.
I was going to say Georgia.
I've never been there. And I know
Yeah, we can go to Georgia.
Also, I think Chris and I might be planning a trip to New Orleans. Maybe we could do that together because I know you've only been there for like a little bit of time.
I want to go to New Orleans because I went on a random trip with a guy.
She was there for like a couple hours.
It was literally a couple hours.
She did get to see New Orleans.
I did.
But it was for a couple hours.
That's a whole another crazy story.
Yeah. Ooh, okay. You guys, once we're off this podcast, me and Mel are about to plan another vacation. So if you guys are interested, give us maybe.
What?
okay, if you guys love us and you want to give us some ideas of places that aren't too crazy and out there to visit, because sometimes those are a little hard to plan. But maybe give us some like weekend trip ideas somewhere that we can go. That'd be really fun.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Yeah, or like a quick little flight, like fight.
True.
A quick
Let's
little
just fight real quick.
Yeah, somewhere that's maybe only like a couple hours away. I'm down. We are not driving to Florida again.
I didn't think it was that bad.
It was a good trip, but on the way back, I hated it. I was so tired. I was like sad because it was like over. Like I had that like post vacation blues.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I don't mind it as
I
much.
enjoyed the drive there. I thought that was road tripping with you is pretty fun.
Yeah.
The music part is fun. Staying up and like being exhausted is fun, but whatever.
Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, so I guess this is just a little random podcast, but I don't know.
We went off on so many topics.
We kind of talked about ourselves, talked about our puppies.
Oh, true.
Oh, should we give them a little something about our next podcast?
Yes.
Tell them.
Okay. Because you said so. So, we decided we want to just jump in and do guests. No, they are not experts on anything, but they are people that we find really dear to our hearts.
Yeah.
People that we thought you guys would actually have fun listening to. Don't worry, it's not just like really random
people. No.
But our next podcast, I'm just gonna say it.
Do it.
Okay, so Mel has 2 sisters. They're freaking amazing. Ashley is gonna be on our next podcast
Because it's her spring break.
It's her spring break. It's gonna be St. Patty's Day
when we post it. So,
you guys keep your ears peeled for a drunk podcast. We are so excited. We actually want to make those ones like a very like kind of like almost a segment.
Yeah.
You know, the topic doesn't have to be drinking, but it can.
Yeah.
But we'll do those every so often because they're so fun to do.
Yeah. So we're super excited, and on top of that, I think we touched it at the beginning of this podcast, but just so we are clear.
Yeah, reiterate that for us.
We are posting every single Tuesday, baby.
Yes. We got so many people that gave us feedback that were just like, oh my God, I'm very excited to listen again, or whatever y'all
They're
said.
like, we don't want to wait 2 weeks.
Right. We had a lot of people that was just like, 2 weeks is such a long time. And we were afraid that the workload would be too much.
It's
but
really
like,
not bad at all.
It's not bad. So we decided like.
So we're going to give the people what they want.
We're going to let you guys listen every week because we love you.
Yeah, we do. So with that being said,
go ahead and listen next Tuesday because we gonna be live. And of course, as per usual, you guys will figure that out tomorrow. Go ahead and watch the YouTube version if you want. I mean, whatever. Mel kind of jiggled a little bit on here. If there's anything you want to see, or if you want to recommend it to your friend,
or
watching
or if it's like easier for you to like make a comment or something, if like a communication.
True.
If you don't want to our Instagram or something. So
sorry guys, I just burped. If you're watching,
oh my God, this is gonna be a normal thing. Bree's gonna burp every single episode.
If you saw me, if you're watching this and you saw me turn my head over here a few times, that is because I was trying to burp and not burp in the mic.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I couldn't even get my words out. I was burping as I was
Oh my God, I love you so much. Okay. Anyway, guys, we hope you enjoyed our Beyond Relatable podcast.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave your comments in the bottom. Is it bottom? Leave your comments in the bottom. Click this link over here.
Leave a review.
Yeah.
Anything. So.
Oh, and don't forget to give us more topics because we are covering a requested topic for the next podcast. This one was kind of a free-for-all. It wasn't based off of actual requests just because we wanted you guys to get to know us a little bit.
We kind of touched on music.
Yeah, we touched on music.
Kinda,
some people requested that one, and some people requested a little bit of vacation. We didn't talk about vacation too much. We talked about our future vacations.
We just did skim the surface.
Yeah. So we can touch more on those. Don't worry. But go ahead and leave us some more comments on what you guys want to hear. Like we said earlier, we have a lot of really good ones. Some of them, they might be short segments opposed to the whole podcast. Yeah. But we'll try to make sure that we put it in the description bio. So then that way, if you did request one, you can go through and see like, oh shit, they are picking something that I actually wanted to hear about. Yeah. So we love you guys.
And we will see you guys next week.
Bye.